William Shakespeare 1564–1616. Contribution. Expansion of vocabulary. Shakespeare coined and popularized many words and phrases that are still in use today. He introduced around 1,700 words to the English language. Innovation in drama. Shakespeare's works are fundamental to the development of English drama and theater. His plays explore universal themes of humanity and are known for their complex characters and rich language. Influence on modern English. His use of metaphor, soliloquy, and dramatic structure has profoundly influenced modern English literature and theatrical conventions. Examples. Vocabulary. Words like bedroom, eyeball, and lonely were first used by Shakespeare. Phrases. Phrases such as break the ice, from The Taming of the Shrew, and Wild Goose Chase, from Romeo and Juliet, are attributed to him. 2. Dr. Samuel Johnson 1709–1784 Contribution. Dictionary of the English Language 1755. Johnson's dictionary was the first comprehensive and systematic dictionary of the English language. It significantly shaped the development of English lexicography. Standardization of English. His work contributed to the standardization of English spelling and usage, which was crucial for the language's development during the 18th century. Literary criticism. Johnson was also known for his contributions to literary criticism, which helped shape English literature and criticism. Examples. Dictionary entries. Johnson's dictionary provided detailed definitions, etymologies, and usage examples for English words, such as courage and diligence. Literary work. His Lives of the Poets offered critical insights into the lives and works of major poets, influencing literary criticism. 3. T.S. Eliot 1888–1965. Contribution. Modernist poetry. Eliot was a leading figure in the modernist movement, known for his innovative use of form, structure, and language in poetry. Influential works. His works, such as The Waste Land and the Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, revolutionized the way poetry was written and read. Literary criticism. Eliot's essays, like The Sacred Wood, provided new approaches to literary criticism, including the concept of objective correlative. Examples. Poetry. The Waste Land 1922 is a quintessential modernist poem, characterized by fragmented structure and a wide range of literary references. Criticism. Tradition and the Individual Talent 1919 argues for the role of tradition in literary creation, influencing modern literary theory. 4. The Bible King James Version, 1611. Contribution. Influence on English literature. The King James Bible has had a profound impact on English literature, contributing many phrases and idioms to the language. Cultural reference. Its language has influenced the development of English prose and poetry, reflecting and shaping cultural and moral values. Examples. Phrases. Expressions such as, the powers that be, Romans 13:1, and, a thorn in the flesh, 2 Corinthians 12:7, are derived from the Bible. Literary impact. Many writers, including Shakespeare and Milton, drew on biblical themes and language in their works. 5. American English 19th and 20th centuries. Contribution. Divergence from British English. American English has developed distinct spelling, vocabulary, and usage differences from British English, influenced by diverse linguistic and cultural factors. Literary and cultural impact. American authors like Mark Twain, Ernest Hemingway, and F. Scott Fitzgerald have contributed to the evolution of American English and its literature. Examples. Spelling differences. Words like color, American versus color, British, and organize, American versus organize, British. Vocabulary. Terms such as elevator, American versus lift, British, and truck, American versus lorry, British. These contributions have shaped modern English in various ways, influencing vocabulary, syntax, literary forms, and cultural expressions. William Shakespeare. Grammar. Flexibility. Shakespeare's use of flexible word order and innovative sentence structures often ignored strict grammatical rules. This flexibility allowed for greater expressive potential. Example. In Hamlet, he uses to be or not to be, where modern English might be more grammatically complex. Pronunciation. Early modern English. Shakespeare's pronunciation differed from today's, reflecting the early modern English period. For example, the R at the end of words was pronounced more clearly than in modern accents. Example: master was pronounced with a more distinct final R. Spelling inconsistency. Spelling was not standardized in Shakespeare's time, so his works often show a variety of spellings for the same word. Example: love might be spelled as Lou or Louv. 2. Dr. Samuel Johnson. Grammar standardization. Johnson's dictionary and his usage examples contributed to the standardization of English grammar, although his influence was more on vocabulary and spelling than on grammar rules directly. Example: his dictionary helped formalize the use of articles, prepositions, and other grammatical elements. Pronunciation not directly impacted. Johnson's work did not directly address pronunciation, but the standardization of spelling affected pronunciation to some extent. Spelling standardization. Johnson's dictionary was pivotal in standardizing English spelling, reducing the variability seen in earlier texts. Example: words like government and accommodation were spelled consistently as per his dictionary. 3. T.S. Eliot. Grammar modernist experimentation. Eliot's poetry often plays with grammar and syntax to create new meanings and effects, reflecting the modernist movement's break from traditional forms. Example: the fragmented style in The Waste Land disrupts conventional grammatical structures to reflect the disordered state of post-World War I society. Pronunciation not a primary focus. Eliot's work is more focused on written language rather than pronunciation, though his use of varied linguistic styles and references reflects different pronunciations and dialects. Spelling modern spelling. Eliot used modern standardized spelling in his works, consistent with 20th century English conventions. 4. The King James Bible 1611. Grammar influential syntax. The Bible's grammatical structure and usage influenced English prose style, including the use of parallelism and complex sentences. Example: the use of archaic forms like thou and thee reflects early modern English grammar. Pronunciation historical pronunciation. The pronunciation of words in the Bible would have been consistent with early modern English, with pronunciations that might differ from today's standards. Spelling early standardization. The King James Bible contributed to spelling conventions, although spelling was still somewhat variable. Example: words were often spelled according to the norms of early modern English, such as honor versus honor. 5. American English grammar variations. American English has some grammatical differences from British English, such as the use of the present perfect tense. Example: Americans might say, I just ate, instead of the British, I have just eaten. Pronunciation distinctive accents. American English pronunciation varies significantly from British English, including rhotic sounds pronouncing the R at the end of words. Example: car and water are pronounced with a clear R sound in American English. Spelling Americanization. American English has distinctive spelling conventions that differ from British English, often simplifying or altering traditional British spellings. Example: color, American versus color, British. Organize, American versus organize, British. Each of these contributions has played a significant role in shaping the English language as we know it today, influencing grammar, pronunciation, and spelling in different ways.